We've got trailers for several new PlayStation 4 games coming out of PlayStation China's press conference in Shanghai today. The highlight of all of those trailers has to be for Lost Soul Aside, so I definitely want to talk a little bit about that, but I will give mentions to all of the other games. On top of that, we have announcement of yet another PlayStation 4 Battle Royale game. For a while, I've been one of those that have been defending all of these Battle Royale games, but at this point, they are starting to get to the edge, but it's really up to us to differentiate the ones that are trying to be cash grabs and the ones that are actually trying to create authentic and great Battle Royale experiences, because there definitely is an audience for that out there. Also, we've got an announcement date on when a bunch of Life is Strange 2 information will be dropping. If you guys don't know, Life is Strange 2 will be released in September. Of course, it'll be an episodic experience as well, but we still don't know much about it. Phantom Doctrine is a new XCOM style game that a lot of gamers need to know about. Many that do know about it are calling it XCOM in the Cold War, and it's a game that I want to talk more about, and we've got a new gameplay trailer for it that looks great. Also, the survival game in the Long Dark is getting an update with the release of episode 3, and I want to talk a little bit about that at the end of this video. First, let's talk about all of the new PlayStation 4 game trailers that were shown off at PlayStation China's press conference in Shanghai. Outside of the excellent Lost Soul Aside trailer, we also got trailers for Kill X, Project Boundary, Pervader. Hardcore Mecha looks like a pretty quirky game, as does Pervader, but the highlight of all of this is Lost Soul Aside, and that's the game I primarily want to talk about. A game that originated as a development project from just a single person has evolved into a very ambitious RPG that many are comparing to Final Fantasy, and luckily this game now does have a full studio working on it in Ultra Zero Games. It's running on the Unreal Engine, and visually it looks absolutely fantastic. Originally we did think we were going to get this game in 2018, but as a new IP and a game, as I mentioned, a very ambitious project, this is a game that I really want the studio to take as long as they need, because if this game delivers, it could be a major new IP in the gaming world. It looks to have fast-paced action combat and that character design reminiscent of Final Fantasy. I mean, if you look at the main character and don't draw a resemblance to a character like Noctis from Final Fantasy 15, well, I don't know what you're thinking. There is just so much resemblance there, it's not even funny, but the gameplay itself looks fantastic, and I can't wait to get my hands on it. Hopefully it'll come in 2019. Who knows, this could be a title that's transitioned into a PlayStation 5 game, but when it is released, I think Lost Soul Aside is a game that is going to surprise a lot of people. DualShockers has a rundown of every trailer, and we'll leave a link to that article in the description box down below. Moving on from that, a video would not be complete without the mention of the word Battle Royale, and there is yet another Battle Royale game coming to the PlayStation 4, and there was a trailer for this game as well at the PlayStation China press conference, and it is for Faride, a brand new Battle Royale game, and it was just a cinematic trailer, so we don't have a real idea of what the game is, but we do know it is, yes, yet another Battle Royale game. It's a new IP, so who really knows how this game is going to turn out, but we do know that vehicles are going to be included in the game alongside firearms with semi-realistic recoil and bullet drop. There's also going to be a skill system for progression with your character, and it does look like the characters are quite distinct. The game is developed by a studio known as Dark Horse Game Studio, and as more information as revealed, we will keep you guys posted. Moving on from that, coming off the release of The Awesome Adventures of Captain Spirit, which is a prequel to the Life is Strange 2, we have still yet to hear much about Life is Strange 2 ahead of its September release. However, that will be changing very soon, because Don't Nod will be revealing more information about Life is Strange 2 at Gamescom. The information is said to be released on August 20th. Gamescom does begin on August 25th. There's a new teaser trailer that's already been released, but I'm sure we will get a lot more substantial information on August 20th. Again, The Awesome Adventures of Captain Spirit is already available to download right now. It's absolutely free to play. However, if you've yet to check out Life is Strange, I would recommend you to check out that, and then I would also recommend you to check out Life is Strange Before the Storm. For those of you that have been in tune with the Life is Strange story, Life is Strange 2 will have its big reveal again on August 20th.
Try that crumpet shop off Post Alley. Tank 303, copy. Dispatch. Dispatch, I need to run a license check on that 10.
Oh, shit. Officer Matthews, I've got a 1010 in progress. 1452 Lewis Avenue. I'm gonna need backup.
Copy that. All backup available.
It's gonna be all right. On the ground.
Moving on from that, we've got more information about a game that I've been touting more and more, and that is Phantom Doctrine, a game that's being described as XCOM in the Cold War, and yeah, if that doesn't grab your attention, I don't know what will. We've got a brand new gameplay trailer for the title, and it looks really, really good. It looks like it really embodies XCOM strategy gameplay elements, but it also looks like there's a lot of customizability in the game as well. Creative Forge Games, the makers of Hard West, present Phantom Doctrine, a new turn-based espionage thriller. Players lead the Cabal, a rogue intelligence cell fighting back against a global conspiracy amidst the 1980s Cold War tensions. Develop your base of operations in the shadows, investigating cases, training agents, forging documents and identities, researching new tech, and interrogating and brainwashing enemies for strategic advantage. Campaign missions encourage player choice with a variety of unique encounters. Drop your operatives into the field with heavy weapons for an all-out siege, or deploy them incognito for a quieter stealth assault. Decode and analyze your way through immersive investigations to expose far-reaching conspiracies and elusive targets. Delve into the oppressive dark counters of the volatile 1980s with an unnerving soundtrack by the award-winning composer who did Witcher 3. Phantom Doctrine is a game that could end up surprising a lot of people in just a little over a week. It'll be released on the PlayStation 4 on August 14th, and it will be released at a $39.99 budget price point, so that makes it even more enticing.
Be more relevant. Informers, tapping comms, infiltration of enemy facilities. It'll give you an idea of what to expect. But not all of your intel is complete. You'll have to piece it together from bits collected across missions. Everything is connected. Sometimes, it's best to go straight to the source. Eliminating enemy assets is good. Using them for your own ends is better. Beholder scientists perfected mind control technology. They won't ask your permission to use it on your agents, so it's fair game to do the same to their people.
And lastly, I want to give a mention to the Long Dark, a first-person sandbox survival game. It is getting its next major update with the release of Episode 3 to its story mode. Quote, we'll be teasing out more Episode 3 details in the months ahead, but as a reminder, in Episode 3 you'll play as Dr. Astrid Greenwood, and the story picks up in the aftermath of the events of Milton, as experienced from Mackenzie's point of view in Episode 1. You'll meet new survivors, explore a new region, and find out more about the events prior to and after the first flare event that engulfed Great Bear Island. Along with Episode 3, we'll be releasing the redo editions of Episode 1 and 2, which we've spent the last year reworking in order to set up a stronger foundation for Episode 3, and the remaining parts of the 5-episode Wintermute story mode. The improvements made in the redo versions are pretty extensive, and most of them were made based on community feedback, so we hope you'll go back and replay them before continuing on to Episode 3. There's a huge rundown of all of the updates, so I'll leave that in the description box down below if you want more insight into the Long Dark's Episode 3 update. The Long Dark is one of the best survival games out right now. If you're into survival games at all and you're only playing on the PlayStation 4, definitely give the Long Dark a look, and the fact that they added a story mode on top of that was a great addition and something we don't see in a lot of survival games. That is gonna wrap up this video. We've got a bunch of new trailers on a lot of PlayStation 4 titles. Without a doubt, the most exciting has to be Lost Soul Aside. That is a game I've been following for so long, and it's an action RPG with a ton of potential. Faride is yet another PlayStation 4 Battle Royale, and I'm sure all of you are super excited for that. Note the sarcasm. Life is Strange will be getting more information on August 20th, a day ahead of Gamescom, and I'm sure it'll have a presence there as well. Phantom Doctrine has gotten some gameplay. It is a game that if you're even remotely into strategy games, you have to keep this on your radar. It's releasing on August 14th, $39.99 budget price point. Another title that could surprise us, and the Long Dark Episode 3 update has been detailed, and it looks pretty extensive. If you've been playing the Long Dark or you're on the fence of picking it up, this is something you're gonna want to keep an eye on. That's gonna conclude this one. Sound off with all of your thoughts in the comment section down below. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.